When I first looked at going into the signage business, I didn't have a real idea of what I was able to do really, because understanding signs, I knew a lot about what my other side of the business, which was more to do with creative design and display. So I wanted to know a lot more about signage or whatever sort of thing. So for me, the FASTSIGNS setup was really sort of geared around teaching me how to know all about the signage, etc. sort of thing. So that's one of the main reasons why I chose FASTSIGNS. The training or whatever sort of thing was all done in the States, down in Dallas, and yeah, within that 2-week period of training sort of thing, I knew a lot more about signs than I did now. And we're a co-brand anyway sort of thing, so we had all the machinery to do signage, but we never did it. And taking on the FASTSIGNS franchise really sort of like helped us develop that and bring more business to our business. Well, it was before lockdown actually. It was a bit strange really sort of thing. My businesses were more national and international, and I didn't have any local business really. We had all of the machinery etc. to do this type of signage work anyway sort of thing. So for me it was a perfect bolt-on. We had all the kit, but we didn't have the ability to do signs etc. sort of thing then. But now we're more geared towards being able to supply that locally, and yeah, it's just fits really well. It's difficult to say really. I mean, anybody really who's with a creative mind sort of thing, can turn themselves to using FASTSIGNS, because it's such an in-depth business. You can really sort of utilize their setup to create your business and service the local area sort of thing with signs. I'll say definitely that FASTSIGNS is the way to go. Well, the camaraderie of it all really, that's the really important thing. We've just been discussing that this morning actually, because to have fellow franchisees in the network, the one great thing about that is the fact that we all are pushing in the same direction. So we're all good friends, and there's been some pretty tough times in business recently sort of thing. I'd like to say we've helped ourselves through it. Whereas if you're in the corporate world yourselves all alone, it can be quite a lonely place. And when you've got some big decisions to make, it can be quite difficult. But with FASTSIGNS, we're one big family really. So we get together and discuss the positives as well as the negative sort of thing about what's going on in the world, etc. sort of thing, and at the end of it, you feel a lot more energized from it all than you would do normally going to bed thinking that it's Armageddon, but it works out really well sort of thing. That of course, as well as presentations, are all from internal seniors within the business sort of thing, are always very, very interesting. And of course we have the vendor showcase as well, which is a brilliant set of all the latest supplies and ideas. So it gets us a chance to see all these under one roof here in one day. Well, yeah, I mean, obviously there's the basic standard signage are sort of that is about. I think now that people have got over the fact that we're through 2020 and the COVID situation, that budgets are coming back more, so people are looking for more interesting signage, etc., more ideas. I think a lot more of the materials that are available now are more interesting, so having graphics on walls and different substrates, whatever sort of thing, are all possible now, a lot more easy to do. So yeah, there's a lot more interesting things that we can offer clients. So it's not just about hanging a sign outside, it's about everything within a client's premises sort of thing that we can help with making look better. Probably one of the best ones we've worked on. It's quite a small one actually. It was an eco-friendly project that we worked on, and it was for the local councils, for the schools, and we had to try and encourage school pupils to come to school not in cars but on bikes or walk or whatever, and we did it by having we created these cut-out trees that we'd put in the lobbies of all of the schools, and then as children came to school, the teachers outside would hand them a a brown leaf or a green leaf if they came whichever form of transport. So if mum and dad dropped them off, they got a brown leaf, and the ones that came to school with their parents walking or on a scooter or whatever it may be, on a bike, they got a green leaf. So they attached that to the actual tree and they watched it grow from there. And it's been a really successful project that they're now going to roll out to even more schools for doing this project. So